We here at Have a Nice Day tend not to be connoisseurs of the finer arts. Sure, we have festivals each year, but the closest we get to acting is when we're trying to throw others off the scent of a good hand in cards. Heck, I can hardly remember the last time a play rolled into town. What, maybe 15 years ago? 10? 20? Well, the one thing that I can remember about that one was I, I was drunk. And I tell you what, I kept that tradition alive and kicking this time around too. Now, in case you missed the event, I'll fill you in on the highlights the best I can. The play starts out with some small lady talking about 3 acts, which I didn't much understand because I saw at least 4 people on stage. I don't know, there could have been more, but as soon as the light show started happening, I was too busy staring at the pretty colors. I don't know how long I looked at them, but then all hell broke loose and a fruit cart was thrown on stage at a lady. I started to clap because I thought it was a part of the show, but then people started running. I'm not sure if this was part of the show or not. Anyways, I give the show about 3.5 crabs out of 5. Have a nice day. Come back next week for an interview with Auntie Molt, where she gives us some tips on living a long and healthy life. Here's a preview. Take them for all they got on them.
There are many words that can describe Hava. Small, quaint, salty. But today of all days, the word that springs to mind to all at the Plain Crab Festival is dangerous. Originally, this beautiful celebration of the town and the lives of those inhabiting it was a symbol of beauty, community, and togetherness. And at the center of it all is a giant robot in a cowboy hat, terrifying the townsfolk and ruining what I would personally consider a very well-written play. Surrounding the metal creature are 4 adventurers, a mother, and a wizard lying unconscious. For each of you, this may be a case of wrong place at the right time. But I think we'll only know that when we roll initiative.
Oh boy.
Oh.
-1. Oh. 16.
Natural 20.
Same here.
Oh, snap.
Hey.
Nice.
What's your dex is probably higher than mine.
It's +2.
Oh, I go first.
Nice.
Well, I got 17. We rolled good.
It's a good sign.
Wow. That's very good. Oh, man. Surv also rolled a 15. All right. Vox, there is a gigantic robot in front of you. You also know it as your friend Surv. Right now, there are 2 bright purple lights shooting out from underneath the cowboy hat he wears constantly. He's looking around for something, but he's doing it while destroying everything in his path.
Can I make a insight check to see if I can determine like what he's looking for, or a perception check to see like what his eye is like falling on before I take my proper action?
Yeah, totally.
Okay, so insight. I'm not good at this. I don't know why I'm doing it, but a 6.
A 6. You're not really getting a sense of anything that he is necessarily like looking for from this, but all you know is that like whatever he's doing, it is with like very, very extreme intent and almost like a sense of desperation.
All right. Vox, first thought beyond everything is that, okay, I need to bring him down so I can look at him. So I'm going to hit him hard. Vox is going to run towards where some of like any of like a fallen crate or debris, anything that is nearby that I can get to easily. As soon as I get there, go over, pull one of the crates up, angle it just the right way so it's pointed up at him. I'm going to take out one of those little bits of gunpowder from the gunpowder bombs, line it down on the bottom, carve something into it, spark it, and then keep running over towards him. And I'm going to cast Catapult from there as it detonates and launches the crate towards Surv.
Okay, I love that. What kind of roll does Surv have to make?
Dex saving. That's a dex saving throw.
Okay, excellent. All right, I'm assuming an 11 does not do it.
I do not believe so. My stealth save is 13, so no.
All right, excellent. How much damage is given to Surv in this moment?
That is 11 damage.
11 damage. Excellent.
And then I'm gonna keep running over and try to flank in front of him.
Okay. As Surv looks down at you, after realizing like, oh, this was done by Vox, the only person that probably could have pulled off that maneuver in town, the lights shift for half a moment from this like lighter purple to this like much darker color, almost as if in recognition, or almost as if some other protocol has taken over, as suddenly he reaches down as if to like try and grab you. Pastiche, you're up next.
Pastiche enters the square, confused at what is going on, seeing that the robot is throwing things, and then the Fearbulg is also throwing things. Which one of you threw the cart onto the stage? That wasn't very nice. You almost killed one of my people.
You look like I could have thrown the cart. Help me bring him down if you're coming to help. And I'm just like moving back and forth.
Oh, all right. Sure. Looks at like the staff that kind of looks like their rapier. Can I use this as a finesse weapon? Are we saying that this is a practice rapier-ish type thing, or am I supposed to use this as a staff?
I would definitely consider this to be, you can use this as a finesse weapon. It's it's a stick, it's light enough to do so, and the way that you would be using it, it would probably be in a similar way to your rapier.
Oh, all right. I'm not that good at this, but I'll try. Quickly closes the distance, trying to get behind the robot within flanking. Like just on the other side to try to get advantage. Will I get advantage on this?
Absolutely, you're flanked.
Okay.
You're flanking.
That is a 13 and a 19 on the die, so 19 plus 4, 23 to hit.
23 absolutely hits. Roll damage, and I'm pretty sure you get sneak attack.
Yeah. Okay, so on D8 and a D6. 7 on the D8, 2 on the D6, so 9 plus another 2, so 11 points of piercing damage. Just kind of find like a little notch in some of like the back plates and just ram it in real quick.
Okay. So you're aiming specifically at the back of this creature, and you're going into the plating directly like underneath it. I'm gonna say, I'm curious, are you thrusting up or are you thrusting through?
Definitely more of like a thrust up, like up at an angle, probably at like a 45-degree angle, just upwards.
Okay. All right, that's cool. I really like that. There's now just like this massive stick sticking out of this creature. As you do that, you can hear like the clicking of gears as they are suddenly like grinding a bit to a halt as you're doing this, as if like you're starting to gum him up a little bit along with like everything else that's going on.
Oh no, don't chew this up too much. We need to use this more. Joss is gonna be so angry.
All right, Luce, you're up. There is a gigantic robot that is in front of you, but there's also your mother and Carp, who is off to the side. And actually, before you take your turn, could you please describe Carp to us?
Carp is a very, very beautiful human man, long black wavy hair. Currently, obviously hurt. He is missing one arm, which specifically is his left arm. Very much so looks weathered but young all at the same time. Like he had to get smart and older fast, and it shows. Yeah, and he basically looks like your typical wizard, to be honest with you.
All right. Yeah, Carp right now is laying down on the ground. He appears to be almost like indented into a pile of like apples and pears, as if like another fruit stand he was like knocked into, and that caused him to like be completely knocked out. Your mother, Mia, is in front of him, trying to sort of like knock him awake, as well as almost like shield him from whatever fight is happening behind them. But right now he does not appear to be like in very good shape, but there's also like an actual threat that is going on.
Okay. After briefly calming down from the panic attack and hearing the voice he heard, he will take a deep breath, watch the way that Pastiche and Vox did what they did, but then he kind of circles back to his friend and teacher, and he's going to run over to Carp and cast Spare the Dying, because he is assuming at this point that he may or may not be dying completely.
Okay. And that stabilizes, is that correct?
Yes, it stabilizes. It puts them... Yeah, they don't have to roll death saves anymore.
Excellent. So it does not wake them up. It just...
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay. Yeah, the moment that happens, you can see that there appeared to be like a very large bruise that was forming on the back of his head. Suddenly, it just like seems to slow down, not disappear completely, but like almost like shrink a bit. And the labored breathing that he was having appears to finally be in like a much more like controlled rhythm of everything. He seems to be doing much better. Mia looks over at you and says, "What the hell are you doing here? There's a giant robot."
He'll just like, in the most calmest way, just look at her. I know. Just, yeah, that, he's fine. I'm going to, yep. And he's going to turn and attempt to find a way to help stop the robot. But like, kind of like not pushing her off, but just like her freaking out is going to make him freak out. So he's trying not to focus on that.
Okay, I absolutely love that. All right, next round, we can resolve that.
Okay.
Liv, you're up.
I'm sorry, what's the giant robot's name again? Surv.
Surv.
I want to also try to determine what exactly Surv is trying to do. Because the last time I saw Surv ate a potato chip and then ran away and then started attacking people. So, is that gonna happen to me?
Okay, in this case, I think it's either going to be insight check to determine what he is trying to do in this scenario, or it's going to be a medicine check to determine if potato chips had anything to do with it.
Dirty 20 insight.
Okay. From what you can see in this moment, it appears that there was like a crate that was shot at this creature, causing it to look over, and suddenly like the entire almost like stance of the robot went from like searching for something to therefore like trying to get to something instead. Almost as if he was looking for something, finally found it, or remembered where it was, and then started to look for it. And from what you can tell, it appears to be this Fearbulg individual that you see that he is reaching out for.
To eat? Again? I have no idea.
You don't
Okay.
know. You have no idea. I think on a 20, you've determined like what Surv's goal is, at least like materially. But I don't think you personally know enough about Warforged to know whether or not they eat
Okay,
people.
great.
They do.
In that case, I am concerned for my own life, so I will attack him.
Okay.
Okay, that's a 2, so I assume that doesn't hit. Never mind. I'll just sit there.
All right. Yeah, you reach out with the sword at your side, and I think it's almost like you feel guilty for swinging your sword at someone who's probably the first person in like a very, very long time who's actually shown you kindness. You like almost like half-ass it, and it completely bounces off his metal frame.
I'm just gonna lightly tap him, yeah, with that sword. Wake up!
It's not. It's not even like an actual like attack. It's literally just you slapping him with a metal stick and just being like, "No, bad robot."
Bad robot.
Good job. Good job. You're doing great.
Appreciate the assist.
I don't know you.
I don't know any of you, so that's fine.
Glad we established all that.
All right, Vox. I need you to make, I would say, a dexterity saving throw as this robot with intent that you do not know reaches out for your form with like a very, very large hand, which you know can crush a steel crate into nothing.
Okay, dex save, you said? Mm-hmm. Another natural 20.
Whoa!
Oh my fucking
What the
god.
hell?
All right, excellent. Awesome. Okay. Vox, you are able to move deftly out of the way. I think both because this is a very large lumbering creature, but also there is no way that in like all the time that you have known Surv, you have not basically helped him repair these hands at one point or another. And you know exactly like, oh yeah, the pinky like gets caught if it moves to that angle, and that's the moment where I'm able to like step out of the way. And you just like very deftly take like half a step away. Whatever is going on, this might not be the person I know, but this is the construct that I know. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he reaches out for you that way, and I think some other defense mechanism underneath like the coat that he wears suddenly springs forth, and like 2 blades stick out of his back.
Uh-oh.
Liv and Pastiche.
No?
I need each of you are going to have an attack on you. I'm just going to roll for that. Pastiche, I'm going to roll for you first. That's a nat 1.
Cool. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. It sticks out of the jacket as if like it is about to reach directly into your eye, but it's like it just stops short, and you just hear. Whatever you did with your stick, it's currently keeping that blade at bay from actively stabbing you.
Oh, almost your end. Okay.
Okay, excellent. Up next, Liv. Liv, does a 23 hit?
Gee, I wonder. Yeah, it hits.
I'm asking, I'm being respectful.
It's okay, I have 14 whole HP.
Ooh.
Okay.
High roller over here.
This is not gonna do a fun amount of damage for you, but you will survive because it does 8 piercing damage as a blade sticks out at whatever is causing this, and it's like a spike goes square into your shoulder that's currently holding your blade and just sort of like pushes you back. It hurts a lot. It does not appear to be like in a vital area, but like you're already bleeding kind of heavily.
Great.
Cool.
Great.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Luce, I rolled for your mom. What would your mom do in this scenario? Do you think that she would help you all, or do you think that she would continue to try to help Carp?
Probably continue to help Carp based on the fact that she's not, adventuring anymore and she's retired.
Okay. I rolled an athletics check for her. She rolled a natural 19, which I think for her is a +6. So she just grabs Carp and like grabs like a couple of the apples, throws one at the robot's head, and then just immediately like hoofs it away to a place where like this person will be at least a little bit more safe. I'm gonna say they're out of combat.
Okay.
Ooh, that's good.
Excellent. Okay. Top of the round, Vox.
Okay. I think now that there's some support and distracting him, the Vox is gonna say, "Nah, just hang on. I just gotta get up to his head." And I'm going to bonus action hidden step to turn invisible, and I'm going to try to climb him and trying to climb up his arm, or try to climb like up around to his back to see if I can get up to where all of that magic seems to be venting out.
Okay. What is your passive perception?
Passive 11.
Okay. I think something that you notice, and you don't know how or why, but wherever the light touches you that is coming from Surv's eyes, it does not cause you to be visible, but it is causing your shadow to be visible, weirdly enough.
I think I'm going to notice it, but I think the priority is still because I need to get up to see why he's freaking out and see what in Vox's mind something has gone awry, like mechanically. So I want to see if I can get up to fix it with my Tinkerer's tools.
Absolutely. Make this, I would say, acrobatics.
Got it.
Would be to Shadow of the Colossus, your friend.
Is that a good step for you?
Yes. That's natural. Well, I mean, natural 15 plus 3 for 18.
Okay. I'm going to roll just to see. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're definitely able to do that. You get up there, there's like a small hatch that is directly underneath the cowboy hat where you can almost like go inside and actually just see the processor of like what is going on with it.
Okay. Was that my action to get up there, or do I still have an action?
I'm considering that your movement.
Okay, then I'm going to, just to give myself a little more clarity, I'm going to use my action to cast Detect Magic, just so I can see if I can identify the core problem a little easier.
Okay, you get up there, you cast Detect Magic, and the moment that you do, especially this close to Surv, you can physically see the magical machinations that go on behind the scenes that are creating this person, like the individual like protocols and like programming, like the instincts. You can physically see his emotions. What you would normally see in Detect Magic is the school of magic, but in this it's almost like, what color is a soul? It is every single type of magic all at once, doing incredibly intricate, complicated forms of like different magical work that fundamentally create this individual that you know as Surveyor Vito. However, with that, you can make an Arcana check, and I'm going to say you can do so with advantage to determine what's going on.
Ooh, I desperately need that advantage. It's too much. That's that's only Arcana. 9.
That's a 9? Okay. You are immediately able to pick up that something is wrong. You've done this several times for Surv. This is just the way that you're able to like run a diagnostic on your friend to make sure that they're doing okay. What you normally see, which is like a very, very serene coloration, almost like sunrise or twilight, is now just like a large number of like deep, dark colors, possibly even also like blood red and the deep purple that you were seeing previously, that seems to be taking over whatever was there underneath, whatever was there like on top of what you normally know as like this individual. You don't know what that means, but you do know that it's probably not good.
Considering I'm bull riding my boss at the moment, I can imagine it's probably not very good. But that's my turn.
All right, absolutely. How tall is Surv again? He's like 10 feet tall.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, that's cool. That's fun. Anyway, Pastiche, you're up.
Seeing that the other person that did damage is now scrambling up the metal man, Pastiche will do the same and try to scramble up the back to get up there. and see what's going on, taking out a dagger as they go.
All right, absolutely. Make an acrobatics check for me.
14 plus 4, 18.
All right, you're definitely able to clamber up. I think that the blade that is directly in front of your face makes a nice like stepping stone for what you're trying to do. The two of you are up there, one of you on each shoulder. Yeah, that's the current situation.
I'm also invisible, so you can just see the shadow of a cowboy on top of this.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. You are invisible. So I actually didn't see that, but I saw... We'll say that I saw the thing pop open or what have you or whatever. Yeah.
I'd say there's probably a continuous monologue of swearing and annoyed sounds.
Seeing a glowing point, Pastiche is like, should I stop it?
I go to gesture and then remember that I'm invisible. Maybe I guess I don't know what this is.
Oh, okay.
I'll fix it later. Do it.
All right. And just like rams the dagger down into the glowing bit like a boss's weak point.
Okay. I'm gonna roll something that is gonna determine how much of Surv is left after what essentially feels like you're giving him a lobotomy.
Oh no.
Yeah, I kind of
Okay,
thought that this was gonna happen.
Okay, so I'm rolling percentile dice for this. I'm curious, am I rolling what is lost or what is left? And I think that should be up to Vox.
Let's go what is lost.
Okay. Oh no!
You didn't do this to me. You did not just do that to me.
What is lost? Okay. All right, I can't. Okay, that is what is lost. Good to know. As suddenly, like a big flash of arcane energy is released from the head of this individual, you hear like the sound of like a metallic screeching and a pop, as if something is getting uncoupled, as the head literally falls off the rest of this body in the moment, and the two of you just start careening downwards as this body lands directly on top of a water fountain. I need both of you to make dexterity saving throws, and Liv and Luce, can you please both make me luck checks? I'm gonna say you need to roll above a 10.
What check you said?
15.
You say a luck check?
Yes, that's just a d20.
Okay.
I'm assuming it's to not get crushed by the body.
Uh-huh.
No. I got a 5.
Can I opt to take disadvantage as I try to grab hold and try to cushion Pastiche's fall?
Absolutely. You can definitely do so.
Well, that's a 5, so. Oh, that's
Well,
cocked.
I rolled an 8, so altogether.
So would that give Pastiche advantage?
Yeah, let's call that Vox gets disadvantage, Pastiche gets advantage.
Okay, that's a 15 then.
Dex save 8.
All right, 15, I think that should be good enough. Vox, I don't think that's good enough. And Luce, a massive metal body suddenly starts careening directly towards you and onto you. Can you also make me a dexterity saving throw, please?
Okay. A 4.
Oh no.
A 4. Okay, wonderful. Luce, you try and get out of the way, and you get pinned basically directly underneath this creature, and like between the creature and the fountain itself, that suddenly like is letting out this like horrible like metal screeching sound. It careens off to the side, letting a massive deluge of fresh water up into the air like a fire hydrant. You take 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Pastiche, you don't take any, I think, because you passed the dex save.
Okay.
But Vox, you take 2 bludgeoning damage as your new friend falls directly on top of you, and I believe that ends your hidden step as well.
Yes, I believe so.
Okay.
Oh, God. You all right?
Me?
Yeah.
Yes, fortunately you, cushioned my fall, so I'm doing quite alright.
Vox gives like a slightly pained thumbs up.
Pastiche takes their knee out of your ribs.
Sorry about that.
Roll off to the side and start moving over.
Does this takes us out of combat, right?
Yeah, you guys are fully out of combat. The threat appears to be neutralized. The only thing that appears to still be active in any capacity is the head of Surv, which appears to still be glowing purple, but there's also a knife sticking out of the scalp. So
Luce is gonna make his way from under the body, clearly very fucked up, and but nonetheless he will like take his staff that was dropped when he got landed on by the body of Surf, and he will look over and see Liv and go, I hope you're going to be okay. And he's going to use healing word.
I've never had anyone heal me before. Feels weird.
Okay.
How much did that heal, by the way?
I'm rolling right now. 6.
Okay. I'm gonna because it didn't top me off. I'm just gonna go. I think I don't need it. I don't think you're very good at this, and I'm gonna lay on hands myself.
And then he's just going to look and go, I think I might need practice. But also, he just like pass straight out and just kind of hit the floor like on his back.
Oh.
Oh no. Is he actually fainting? Can I check that?
We can say that he does. Luce, do you actually pass out?
He faints. He has like 2 hit points. And he hasn't been hit that hard.
Okay, I'll catch him. I'll try to catch him.
Okay. Luce, before you pass out, can you make me a perception check?
Yes. I'm done using this dice. About 12.
12. You see a very pale person in the crowd of people that is starting to form around the 4 of you. He is wearing a coat that looks like Twilight. You saw him earlier today, and you heard his voice in your head before this battle. He appears to not even be looking at you. He is reaching down for something, and that's all you see before your eyes close.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, wow. You all look very rough. That's not good for any of you. Seem to be doing just fine. Where's my staff? Where's that staff?
Where's the staff?
You look off to the side, and I think that it's currently like sticking out of like the small of this robot's back, just like straight up in the air. From the right angle, it kind of looks like you jammed the stick up his butt, but other than that, like you're still able to like get this back.
Okay.
And it appears to be like relatively unscathed, except for like a couple of small scratches.
Well, that's good. That would have been unfortunate. You all did a very good job here.
I thank all of you for the assist. Was that from the play? Like, pointing at the staff.
Oh, yes. This was the Fractal King's staff, and yes, I was the Fractal King.
I've never been to a festival before. Are they all like this?
No, this is...
They all end in a fight?
Depends on the festival.
Depends on the hour of the festival. If you need, I can see to the repairing that staff for you. My king. But first, I gotta
I quite like that.
think noticing Luce being passed out, because Luce and Vox have met, yes?
Yeah, you two definitely know each other. Actually, Vox, if you could make me a history check, I would be most grateful for that.
Oof. Bad rolls are coming in now. History 6.
Okay, you know that you probably fixed something for his mom, but you don't remember what. Like, it was just a very long time ago, and it's probably just like a door jam or something.
Okay, but I recognize him, so I'll go over and I'll just hand him, put a water skin down, as like for when he comes to, and then I'm gonna go over and start looking over Surv's head, if it's still glowing purple.
Okay. Yeah, can you make me Arcana? And I'm going to say if you use your Tinker's tools with this, I can give you advantage, because this is also something you've worked on before.
I'm also just, does anybody know anything about magic? This really isn't my bag. I'm kind of looking it over before I pull out my tools.
It exists.
This is 17 also.
17. There was a lot of damage done when the knife was basically just stabbed directly into your friend's brain. You don't entirely know how much is left, but you are aware that there is probably like still something that can be done. Something that you do notice previously, your detect magic should still be active.
Yes.
Actually, can you roll me a concentration check for your detect magic?
What do I have to beat?
10.
It's gone. Never mind.
Okay. All right. I can still say that like this works. Whatever magical effect was on this thing, even if you can't see it anymore, there's like a feel to it. This is something that is alive, and it doesn't have fur or breath or anything like that, but it still is a creature with thoughts and feelings and understanding of things, and that still brings forth certain feelings, even if it is just in a steel form. As you reach into this, it doesn't feel as if it was something that was corrupting it. It almost feels as if part of Surv was washed away by possibly a magic that is more powerful than the one that sustains him.
Yeah, this is a little beyond me. Anyone who'd be willing knows how the magic stuff works. I'm more the artificial sort. I think Vox, just kind of reeling a little bit, is going to just sit backwards and just keep looking at his friend's head.
Also, something else you notice, the lights in the eyes do never turn off. Like, you don't have any idea if or even how they can't turn off. There's probably like still something there that is keeping them on.
I mean, I think the only thing I could think to do would be to see if I can mend and repair some of the damage around taking the dagger out, but I don't know if that's going to fix what's been lost. I think I can only repair the material bits, so I'll work on starting to do that if I think it'll do anything. At least get him back up so maybe he can like function, but I'm not going to reconnect whatever this is back to the body in case it starts moving more.
Okay, yeah, you start doing that mending as another individual from the play suddenly comes over and starts looking at Pastiche. It appears to be Josta, and comes over and says, "You all right, darling?"
Pastiche stops poking Luce's body with the staff, and like, oh, actually, I'm doing quite all right. These ones got really messed up, but I stabbed it in the brain part thing, and it stopped.
Oh, really? That's lovely.
Do you know magic?
I know a bit.
This one over here with the hat is looking and asked if anybody knew anything about magic, and I mean, I don't. So, do you think you could help?
Of course. I do know a bit. It's mostly conjuration, planar, but I can still help if they'd like me to.
What's your name? What's your name?
I'll looks up. Vox Umbra.
Vox. This is Josta. Josta is my mentor and the leader of the
darling.
caravan of our troop, and she is willing to help if you would like her to. I have no idea what magic is.
Yes, please. Picks up the head. This was my mentor, so any help would be appreciated. Truly.
Oh, that is not a good thing to hear.
Hey, I could probably fix him. I don't know whatever happened is far beyond my capabilities. So
I did exactly what you told me to do and stabbed him in the head.
And I appreciate you for it. It definitely made the area a little safer immediately.
Could I get the dagger back?
Oh,
or do you need that still?
Vox has already taken it out, and we'll hand it over to you.
Thank you. So kind. People in the material plane are so kind.
I think I know what happened. He was with me when it happened. He ate a potato chip. And then he started running to the festival and attacking people.
I mean, Josta, we have seen potato chips do weird things, right?
That is true.
I cannot.
What flavor was that? I have no idea. Edible.
The one that he ate, I would say was probably like barbecue.
Yeah, I was gonna say barbecue too.
Because that is the
Barbecue?
cowboyiest flavor of potato chip.
I mean, he shouldn't have been eating those. Those were mine. But I don't know if that was it. But I mean, Josta, was it? You'd know more than I guess. Also, apologies, I don't think we've met. You were with him when this happened?
Yes, he invited me in, and he gave me free food and water. He was nice.
Well, I'll honor that after this is situated, all right? Vox Umbra, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Live.
I'll hand my mentor's head to Josta.
Okay. Josta is holding this head and goes, what was his name, dear?
Surveyor Vito.
She holds the head out a la Yorick in Hamlet and goes, Surveyor Vito, I knew him once.
Oh.
As suddenly, like, the entire thing starts glowing with, like, this very bright limelight as she casts Identify on the head. As she starts to essentially, like, download the information, she looks up and just sort of, like, smirks for half a moment, and she goes, Pastiche, I think that we came at a very interesting time.
We always do, right?
Oh, indeed, but we make it interesting. This one's a bit different.
Oh, it was interesting before we got here. That's interesting of itself.
I think it was interesting outside of us for once.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately, one of the things that happened to your friend, there's a bit of him left. I don't entirely know when last time that your friend was backed up, but appears to be that about 15% of him still is present.
15% of him meaning like the last 15 minutes, the last day and a half?
Memories, personality, whatever jar was holding him was poured out, in a sense. I don't entirely know what is left until we turn him on. But that is the what. What I find particularly fascinating is the why in this moment, which appears to be that some type of magic interacted with this innately magical being and activated something very, very deep down into whatever it is that makes Mr. Vito. What we're looking at was almost an animalistic form of your friend. It's really fascinating character study if you think about it. Take everything away from the individual, what is left?
really nothing. Oh, no, I'm sorry.
Got.
I I wasn't trying to kill him. I was just following what you said, and so I stabbed the thing.
Well, regardless, what is left appears to be a singular protocol that I was able to unearth.
What was it?
To find Vox Umbra and give them a message. Unfortunately, I don't know what the message is. The only way we'd be able to find out is if we turn him back on. But whatever the magic was that caused all of this to be disrupted was incredibly powerful, but could potentially have much farther-reaching effects than we necessarily think. Yes, Pastiche, darling, how can I help you, dear?
Pastiche puts their hand down. Can we just turn on the head, because the body was very dangerous. It did try to stab me.
That's what I was going to suggest as well. I might have the right tools back at my shop.
So unfortunately, I would love to help you more, dear, but I apparently have to give out a number of refunds to our show. So I'm going to have to flag down the mayor and do whatever I possibly can to make sure that we still get paid for today.
We get paid?
Oh, I do, sweetie.
Oh. Interesting.
Pastiche, though, if you would be so kind as to assist these individuals, it would be possible that our troop would be seen as something of heroes if we are able to help with the resolution of all of this.
You had me at hero. Very well. I shall help you to the best of my abilities. As she said, they give a big flourish and then a bow. My name is Pastiche, and I'm here to help you out, Sir Vox, as much as you do need it.
Well, that's mighty kind of you, but it's just Vox.
Just Vox, okay?
I suppose, well, let me start with, before any of this, let's make sure we can get Luce back up. And I'll go over and I'll start trying to, like, splash a little water on Luce's face if he's still unconscious.
All right, let's say this is a medicine check, DC 10,
Okay.
And yeah.
Let me check my medicine. Oh, natural, 18.
18, yeah. Luce, you wake up. You are still feeling a little bit sore, but like relatively you're fine. Also, the man that you saw previously is nowhere to be seen.
He will wake up, eyes wide, realize he's in the arms of Liv, and then go, sorry? And he was...
Good, you're awake. I'm just gonna drop loose. Just straight up, just drop the body.
Awful time for a nap.
Right.
Back with the living, are we?
And he'll start to get up and lean on the staff. Sorry. Thank you. And did you have to pour it in my eyes like that? That wasn't...
It was intentional. It was more like a little, go over, pulls out like a little bit of a rag. It's got like a little grease on one side.
This would just
It
kind
only
of...
slightly looks like you're crying.
Well, I was. So that's nothing new. And then he will like take the rag and hand it back because it's like filled with grease. Thank you. Is your friend okay? Vox, if I remember.
Yeah, to be decided. And I'll lift his head.
Unfortunately, I sort of killed him with my dagger to his brain. So,
Oh,
It's a temporary thing. Hold on,
well,
we'll see.
well, they are mechanical, so I don't think they have an actual brain. Unless they do.
well, I've had many conversations with mushrooms that don't have a brain either, but they're still alive. So, I mean, there's that.
You can talk to anything.
Oh, I've talked to him for many, many things.
I can't speak to that, but I can't speak to the fact that if this one has a brain, I'd eat my hat. I'll bag him. Is there anything else we gotta worry about before I head off then? Because I would like to see this through as soon as possible. I saw your Luz. I see your mom, and was anyone else hurt?
I should probably go check on that. But she seemed to be handling the situation, and she got carp away, which is us they are. Anyway, I think it should be fine. And that end, I trust my mom to, take care of things. I'm sorry. This is a lot. I am freaking out a little bit.
I put a hand on Luce's chest.
Ow!
And just look them black eyes just staring into yours. It's all right. Here, do something with me right now. Are you ready?
I'm sorry, but that hurts so
Breathe.
much. Breathe.
It's okay. Think through the pain. Pain is only temporary.
Okay.
If you focus on the pain, you'll forget about your fear. And they push just a little harder. See, are you afraid now? Or are you in pain?
An equal amount of, I don't, okay, and he's just gonna like gently take your finger and like pull it off of his chest.
See?
Okay.
But you lived through it, so we're fine.
You
the
know
pain is only temporary. Fear comes and goes.
I'm going, just give me one, just, yep. And he's gonna turn and just whisper, I am the chosen, so I shall be healed. I am the chosen. And he's gonna cast Cure Wounds on himself.
It worked.
Can you make me a religion check, Luce, in this moment?
Religion. That is a 18.
18. Normally, when you cast your healing magic, it feels as if like a warm breeze is washing over an individual, as if Zephyr, the god of wind, is presenting like a bit of their power in the wind itself into the body of the person, therefore giving them more breath, more wind, and more life. This moment, it feels different. It feels a little bit off. It feels colder in a way, as if whatever is causing you pain is going to be cooled down, in that sense, taking the pain away, until finally like you reach like a happy medium in which the healing makes you feel completely normal.
Okay. I guess you say he looks uncomfortable even after the healing is done and the bruising is no longer there. He goes, okay, I'm curious to see if I can help work out things with you, Vox. If you would like my help at all.
I'll take all the help I can get. Why don't we go back down to the scrapyard? I can make everyone something to eat or get something to drink, and then we can
Something
work on
to
this.
eat.
Food?
Yeah, can't say it's gonna be as
food.
fancy. Can't say it's gonna be Feywild fancy, but it'll be something.
Oh, the Feywild just does whatever they want. You know, the delicacies of the material plane. I once... speaking of mushrooms, I did once have a stew made out of a mushroom man's head. They gave it to us, but we had it, and it was like a nice cream of mushroom soup that made me dream of my death, and multiple deaths, and also multiple lives, and it was very interesting. So I am interested to see what type of delicacy you make.
Nothing as wanderlust related, but
Right.
Oh. All right.
You seem to like pain, and you eat other people's heads, and have wild dreams. You sound like many priests I used to know.
Interesting. That's very interesting.
I'm going to I'm going to stop by my place of being first, and then I'm going to cook for you guys with whatever you have at your abode, Vox. And I'm apologizing ahead of time. It won't be mushroom heads.
That's fine.
Well, I say we leave before anyone says any more ominous shit. Last thing, Austin, where's Surv's cowboy hat?
It fell off to the side of you. It is very lightly crumpled from whatever happened. One small piece of it landed, like just part of the rim had like Surv fall on top of it, but all of it seems to be in very good shape.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure to snag that before we head off and just, dust it off and resituate it.
All right. So the four of you are going off together?
I'm following. I was told to follow Vox. So I'm following Vox.
Luce, are you stopping somewhere first?
It's on the way.
Okay.
As you guys are moving away, a small crowd has formed around this area, trying to figure out what's actually happening. The constable of the town has also just started to appear, like cordoning off the area, but they don't stop you as the four of you leave, almost as if knowing that whatever you're doing is probably more important than whatever shit is going on here, because you guys can probably solve it. Almost as if like the four of you together are already giving people an inherent sense of like safety and assuredness, even if you don't have it yourselves. As the four of you are traveling to the edge of town with Luce's stop on the way, I would like the four of you to make me a perception check.
Ooh, okay.
12.
21.
14.
Hold on. 10.
Okay. Took, I think Luce would be the person that would get this first. Your senses are heightened. Everything is kind of coming in all at once. As you pass by an alleyway, 2 minutes from like where you need to go, you hear a trash can in an alleyway fall over, and you see like the scuttling of some sort of creature. You don't entirely know what it is, but whatever it is right now, anything out of the ordinary, I think you're on high alert for.
Okay.
So, hearing this, seeing this creature, you're not sure if it is connected to whatever is going on here.
Okay. I think while we're walking, Luce is gonna go. When we reach the place, I have some things to tell you all, because I think that you all will help. Put a pin in it, I think, for now.
Literally?
No, not... He's just gonna start walking a bit faster away from Prestige.
I don't have any pins. So.
I have pins.
Oh, we should put something in it.
He said no.
Oh. Well, sometimes you don't need to listen to what people tell you.
Exactly. I will not listen to you.
Fair enough. You are learning. I believe. I don't know. I don't know you.
Prestige, this your first time on the material plane?
Absolutely not. I've been here about 1,000,000 times. I just don't stay long. Usually a weekend, then we're gone, then we're back. And give or take
I see.
a year or 3 or 10 or, however long. So, I don't... Time's weird, especially when you're talking about the Feywild and the conversion rates. It can kind of go, or depending on the time of day or the whimsy of the portal that you come through. So... Yeah, I've been here quite a lot, just, I don't know exactly where.
Kind of like coming in for work or a vacation spot for a hot second.
Sure, yes.
Yeah.
Luce, as you're walking down, you hear the exact same sound that you heard previously, and you see the exact same scuttling down a different alleyway. Only this time, there is also like a small sign that appears directly above the alleyway that appears to be written in crayon and is an arrow just pointing into the alleyway.
He will full stop
Luz, what's going on?
Here, and he's gonna take his bag with all the cooking stuff in it and just hand it to Vox. Meet you there. And then turn and just
Do you
walk.
need someone to come with you?
He just kind of like raises the staff and it's like,
I like him. Does he know where you live?
Luz, do you know where you're going?
Big scrapyard at the end of the town. Yes, yep. And then he's
Yeah, I don't know if we should let him go on his own. Luz, I think we're gonna come with you, all right?
mm-hmm. He's just like like speeding up at this point. Like
Oh, he's weird. I like him.
I mean,
It's very shy.
I mean, he's not gonna get far. Like I say, let's go.
All right.
Follow the giant.
We can see him very, very well.
Luce, as you're traveling through this dark alleyway in your hometown, you don't know what can necessarily be there. All you know is that you saw a horrifying scuttling of some sort of creature. As you're traveling through this, you have no idea what is around every corner, underneath every trash can, until finally you cross and it appears as if there's like a turn that you know just based off like the geography of the area shouldn't be there.
okay, well he'll check what under one more trash can lid. Like at this point, as he's walking, he has been literally like picking up trash can lids and like looking for something. He's like, okay, and then now he stops and he's like, what? And he's like now looking around like,
Is this where you get your ingredients?
The last scuttle that you hear is going into that turn that shouldn't exist.
he's going to like take his staff and just kind of turn his head and just try to hit the wall or whatever it is.
As you do, you hear the sound of like a creature like hissing a little bit, like not even like something dangerous, more like a cat hissing, as like you feel your staff like hit up against the leg of a table. And as you look, you see that there appears to be just like a very like light metal table that is just in the center of the alleyway with a number of objects on it that appear to be trash, as if like they are on display to be sold. And directly behind the table is a possum in a wizard hat.
I think at this point you will see Luce's head kind of disappear and he's like, what? Like out loud.
Stories Told Again is a podcast game mastered and produced by Austin Baki and performed by Tiffany Veprinski as Liv, Took I Guess as Luce, Jeff Barry as Pastiche, and Rayne Eldridge as Vox. Editing by Rayne Eldridge and Jess the Cleaver. Scoring and mastering by Tiffany Veprinski. All art for the campaign is created by Beelzebub Harbinger. A link to their work can be found in the episode description. Website and social media by Chelsea Louis. If you like what we do, consider being a part of the story by joining our Discord or following us wherever we post. Links can be found in the episode description. Special thanks to Patrick Perini, Emily Graymore, Sarah Roberts, Emily Gaiman, Chip Suss, Lex Demetra, Kimchi Simmons, Kieran Wright, Kat Dwyer, Robert Reeve, and Camille Morose. Rest in peace. Thanks for listening, and welcome to the story.